Hello, Midnight Magic Musing family. I am the Earl of Florida, your not so humble host. Where's Lord Cephas, you may ask? Well, he is running away for the weekend, and he's not going to get far because he's actually running. No, he's driving, but he is going to be missing from this particular segment. What segment is that, you may ask? Well, this is the Watcher Files. What is the Watcher Files? Well, you can look up here and check out the link, or I could just tell you what the Watcher File is. I watch trailers and I comment on trailers, and that is about it. So if you think that sounds interesting, you are in the right place. So lean back, sit down, relax, strap in, because I am your guide, your driver, your pilot, your ferryman down the stream of media and fun as we watch The Flash official trailer 2. So here we go. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You saw the Flash's, he had like little goggle thing flash down too fast. Then he had Superman or Batman on a motorcycle. Too much. Okay, so Wayne Manor. Oh, look, it's a painter. It's Mr. Rogers. He's got paint, so maybe it's Bob Ross. I don't know. But it's the Batcave, so we wonder who it is. Here comes the Batwing. That is pretty cool, though. You gotta say that. That's pretty cool. We have, yeah, it definitely looks like Will Rogers there. Not Will Rogers, Mr. Rogers. You actually did it. So here we go. WB and DC. I can't imagine what you've been through. Well, not this. This is not what he went through. So we know that Flash goes back in time to save his parents so he doesn't have to be sad. And so this is memories, or he's watching versions of time, and he's running through time, I'm guessing, the Time Force, but he broke things as he wanted to do. And here he goes looking, that can't be right. And it's a sky beam, we all know it's a sky beam. And here is General Zod. Look what Michael's saying. Awesome, hilarious, great. He's going to change things, he's going to destroy the Earth. And who is that? That has an S, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Superwoman, or Supergirl. One or the other. And she's flying, so she's controlling. But if you caught it, there appear to be two Ezra Millers in this, and Batman. Michael Keaton, I love him. Let's go nuts. I'm game. And then you have Flash, and Supergirl, woman, whoever she is, and the Batwing flying through the winter air, going on a trip in a wonderful ship. Okay, to undo what I did. Somebody got fried. That can't be healthy. These stories are bad. Blue lightning, red lightning, Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. We're not meant to go back and fix things. There's the motorcycle again. And flying with a body that doesn't look like he's too well. And the Flash is not doing too well there. Oh, that's what happens when you drink and drive. Right there. You see it. You saw it there first. Oh, and that's what happens when you make a super person mad. Batman's getting shot. I like that. He's actually stumbling forward with the shots. It can't be good. That's explosion. Going to be a little warm, and that's electricity. Also going to be warm, and as you can tell, not good. Nobody dies. Well, I hate to bring it to you, but according to this trailer, some people are going to die, and we have the big dude from Man of Steel not making a very good impression. Batman is, because there goes that would have been a horrible thing. It's Batman. Oh no, he just got impaled by his own shit. And then I like the Batman, Supergirl. You're strapped to your parachutes, guys. Where's yours? I'm Batman. Batman doesn't need one. And there goes Flash, and so June 16th, Worlds Collide. I kind of like that. And there's a little depiction of the comics. So there we go. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? So this is where we're going to go. So The Flash. We're going to talk about the movie, the trailer that we just saw. And there's a lot going on in it. Obviously, the premise is the Flash, can't live with not having his parents, so he goes back in time to change the past so he can have both his parents. But while doing this, he messes a lot of things up, or his time travel messes things up. So let's look at a few things. First of all, the Batman that we get to meet is Michael Keaton. I love Michael Keaton to death. Loved him in the Batman movies. Loved him as Toomey. If you're not familiar with that, he's played the Vulture in the Marvel Universe, Marvel Sony Universe, whatever. So he's got a little bit of experience in not just as Batman, But, the man was great. Beetlejuice, I loved him in American Assassin. He's been around forever, and he's great and hilarious. And he's got a great sense of humor, great comedic timing, but he's also able to pull out those action scenes and make you believe that he can do it. So I love him. So you see him as an old dude with some Brent Spiner long hair from Independence Day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's because you're young. I'm not old, you're young. But Independence Day, when that mad scientist with the long white hair, that's almost what the Michael Keaton looked like from behind if you look at it there. But right after that, you see the secret bookshelf or whatever is opening. And in the bookshelf, you see a nice grouping of Batman suits. Now that's pretty cool. I like that. It's kind of reminiscent of the Iron Man or Tony Stark and the Iron Man suits. But you know what? I don't care. You can take a closer look at that if you want to. IMDb has the picture on there, but we can try to zoom in here. But it looks like you have different variations of the Batman suit. Several of them appeared armored, and that's pretty cool, which would also be nice. But earlier in it, you saw it was a snippet where you see almost like a Batman mask, except it was missing the ears. Part of the cowl was laying. There's a little trail of blood. And, there appeared to be a few more pieces of a costume in the background. So I wonder if you get a little bit of a glimpse of why Bruce Wayne retired and became a painter and hippie in Bruce Manor. Did he have a heart attack? Does it follow kind of like the Batman Beyond storyline a little bit? The old cartoon with Terry McGinnis. If you know what I'm talking about, you're in the right place because I love Batman Beyond. It was great. But either way, so we're going to see a little bit of the mythos and the evolution of the older Batman. Again, we saw Ben Affleck get a little bit, so it'll be nice to see him wearing the the Gucci suit, whatever kind of name brand suit that Bruce Wayne wears in that particular Zack Snyder universe that's no longer there. So, it'll be fun to see. Now, moving on, we're going to touch on the next part of the symbol. So we touched on the Batman symbol. Now we got the Superman symbol. What does that stand for? It stands for an S. The letter S, because that's how you spell Superman, Supergirl. No, that's not right. It's a symbol for hope on my earth. Okay, so we get a Supergirl. Now, I've heard a whole lot of different opinions of what's going to happen. My opinion is Superman Kal-El is sent to Earth, but the rocket crashes, or maybe the baby dies, or I know that's a little dark, but something happens, and I'm guessing that they decide to maybe play geneticist. We're going to have a little bit of a Dr. Malcolm in here from Jurassic Park. Life will find a way. So I'm thinking that her storyline, the Supergirl / Superwoman, whichever she goes with here, is going to be a variant of the Superboy storyline. So it's going to be a clone or partial clone of Kal-El. If you look, when we see later in the trailer, Batman and the two flashes are flying, and it's dark, and it looks like it's snowing. Then they drop down to drop with their parachutes, and it's snowing. A little bit earlier, you see it's dark, and it's flashing and windy, and that same kind of storm, and you see a silhouette of the maybe a prison, maybe an ancient hospital, maybe something in Siberia, maybe something in Antarctica, maybe something in Alaska. We don't know who it is, but I'm thinking some government, could be American, could be other, has the body, has been doing experiments, and I believe that Supergirl story will be kind of like a Cadmus-esque Red Sun, perhaps, where they free her because you see her later on in some kind of a dingy, rough spun outfit. So I'm definitely thinking we're going to see some variation of these two storylines perhaps merged together, which will give her her own unique identity away from Supergirl, that they're going to obviously have a new Supergirl movie coming out, and also different from Kal-El Clark Kent. So I am excited to see that because I want to know what they do. Now moving to the Flash, we have obviously Barry Allen coming back, Ezra Miller as Barry Allen the Flash. Now I want to point out that in this movie, primarily the Red Super Flash, the Flash Prime, as we know him, has the red lightning, red and gold lightning. Now when you see the doppelganger, the other version of Barry Allen, he has the blue lightning. He also has the, if you look at it, you see when the three are standing there, and we've seen it several other times, the Flash suit is actually like Flash colors and emblems spray painted over a Batman suit. So that's the Beta Berry, BB, baby, Beta Berry, Beta Baby Berry, Berry Beta, whatever. The second Flash. So pretty much you see the red and gold light, then the blue lightning. Now you also have an instance where the red lightning one is not having a good time. He looks like he's maybe electrocuted, or maybe he's used as a power source. We don't know. We can't really tell. But I was thinking about this movie, and I think it would be interesting if the Flash Prime actually doesn't make it through this movie. And, he has to pay for the sins that he's committed, because during the scene where Barry Prime and Beta Baby Barry are talking, it says there's, nothing we can do, people are going to make it, blah, blah, blah. And the Beta Baby Barry goes, no one has to die. He doesn't want anybody to die, but we know that it's going to happen. There's going to be a sacrifice. It's a superhero movie. It's a prerequisite that people have to die. Sacrifices have to be made, and aunts and uncles will perish. And parents are a foregone conclusion, apparently. So, my thoughts on the process is, we know that when Barry and Barry drop in with Batman in the Batwing, you see Barry Prime in the Flash suit. You see Batman in his Batman suit. Then you see Beta Baby Barry in like a parka cover up, kind of thing. So I'm thinking that at this point in the movie, he doesn't have his superpower. Hence why he's in normal clothing. And at some point, he's going to be tested on or experimented on, or something's going to happen where he gets electrocuted, because we see somebody getting electrocuted with blue. Then you get a close-up, you see his face. It's blue lightning. We also have the shot of a Supergirl, Superwoman, whatever she is, carrying a shirtless, pantsed, dark-haired guy into the clouds with blue lightning flashing in the dark. And I'm going out on a limb, obviously, assuming that's Beta Baby Barry. And I would like to say all those scenes where it shows Barry, regret or mourning as, the little memories or whatnot as you see the family or whatever, the memories that he didn't get because his parents died, or one parent died, one parent went to jail. It's blue lightning. Now, what does that mean? I have no idea. But I have a thought. You know what? If Barry Prime has to die to kind of reset things and make it possible, and then Beta Baby Barry has to choose to make that sacrifice. He's had his parents this entire time, but in order to reset and go back to a better time, a safer time for the Earth, and make things back better, he has to make the sacrifice to go backwards and forfeit and sacrifice his entire life, sacrifice his mother, sacrifice his father to prison, and all these things. That's a much better superhero story than somebody going, I can change the past. Oh, I messed up. I changed it back. It's all good. But at least it's all my mom and dad want, so it's all good. Versus somebody who didn't have superpowers, who was pulled into this, given his superpowers because of the meddling of a different Barry, and then it falls on him to make that ultimate sacrifice where he has to give up his mother and his father and his entire life and his whole world leading up to that point. He has to make that sacrifice. So to me, that makes more sense. Was it true? Am I just crazy? Both those things are a very real possibility, especially if you ask Lord Cephas. Now, I do want to throw one more thing out there. There's a scene in the trailer where, it says, has the Flash Prime show up, and then you see the sky beam the ship from Man of Steel. And then it flashes and you see this little kid with, everybody running, and I immediately thought, hey, that's, a play on what Ben Affleck did in Batman vs. Superman when all the people were running and there was a kid there. Well, that reminded me of it, but my question is, what the heck is that? If you look in the behind the kid on the left side, there's a figure with white pants, like white or yellow shirt, some kind of vest, belt, knee pads, a mask, goggles. What is that? Who is that? And so, these trailers have been completely free of any potential, what we would call the reverse flash or anything like that. So, you know what? I don't know who that is, but this trailer has seemed very interesting, and I'm excited to see it. And I wasn't that excited to see it, but I love Michael Keaton, and Sasha Calle looks great. Michael Shannon looks awesome as always, and Ezra Miller does the scenes that he's in that do appear very well. So I am going to be one of those that's going to be sucked in and going to have to go check it out. So I believe it said July 16th, or it might have said June 16th. Either way, it's a J month. Not this month, but it's either next month or the month after, in the middle of the month. So, decide to check it out, not check it out. We expect to see one more trailer drop, and maybe I'll check it out and give you another watcher file. But if you like this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, tell me something, and I promise not to cry in the corner more than 5 minutes, because that's the time limit for today. I've got an alarm, I got things to do, places to go, people to convinced to go cry in their own corners. So, again, I am the Earl of Florida with Midnight Magic Musings, and I want everybody to know it's all Lord Cephas's fault, as usual. Have a great day. Catch you on the next one.